afternoon to all of you. We are the students of the class 11th and today we are here to give a full explanation of the chapter of our textbook naming the Silk Road. It is an important or very lovely chapter written by the Nick Middleton. So let me introduce myself. I am Ishant Verma and I will explain what is Silk Road. So Silk Road was a network of Eurasian trade routes spanning over 6,400 kilometers. It was an active route from the 2nd century BCE to the 15th middle century, and the Silk Road name derives from the high quality silk that was being made in the China and was transported to the European countries by this route. And in the conclusion, the Silk Road was an route for the transportation of the textiles, spices, as well as the high quality silk from the China as well as India to the European countries, and getting gold as well as many expensive things in return. And now off to Karthik to give a short summary of this chapter.
Hello everyone, I am Karthik and I would like to explain the short summary of this chapter, Silk Road. So Silk Road is an extract from Travelogue written by Nick Middleton. Yes, Nick Middleton was the greatest writer in history. The author describes his pilgrimage to the Mount Kailash, as the narrator starts from Ravu towards the Mount Kailash to perform the Kora. He described all the things in his way he saw. He saw seas, landscape, peoples and different animals. But he wanted to be more adventurous than to be religious. Now off to Ansh to explain the characters of this chapter.
So good afternoon to all of you. Today I am here to describe some characters of Silk Road. First of all, I would describe a character, Nick Middleton. Nick Middleton is the narrator of the story. He is on journey to Mount Kailash. He is quite bravious and courageous. He faces many obstacles during his journey. Now I would describe second character Setan. He plays an important role in helping Middleton navigate the difficult terrain, ensuring their safety and offering insight into the culture and landscape. Now I would describe to Norbu, a fellow traveler and Tibetan scholar who joins Middleton on his journey to Mount Kailash. Norbu shares Middleton's dream of visiting the holy mountain and adds depth to the cultural and spiritual significance of the journey. Now off to Asta Gupta.
I would like to describe the place Ranvu from where the writer starts his journey. The Ranvu is quite near the original village of the Tibet. To the southeast of the village there is a small temple overlooking the Ranvu lake, surrounded by the snow-capped peaks and the forest. A lovely morning is started in the Ranvu and perfectly blue sky is in the Ranvu, and the charming half moon is floating in the sky. Now off to Satyajahani.
Now I will describe the Hor. Hor is a place from where the author has started second visit. Hor is a Tibetan town. It is situated on the shore of Lake Mansarovar. It is a dirty, miserable place. There is no vegetable or. There is only one cafe in this town. Hor had bad condition disappointed the author. It is also a very bad condition. Now off to Danish.
Now I would like to describe the place Darchan located in Tibet. The Darchan was a dusty place and heaps of refuse and garbage could be found everywhere. Not many shops were in the place Darchan. The author felt lonely as there were not many pilgrims in the place, as also the place was scarcely populated, and he had reached the place Darchan in the season. Now off to Jahanvi.
Now I will tell you about the medical issue faced by the author during his journey to Darjan. Author did not feel well when he reached at the Darjan. He got a very bad cold and his senses got blocked due to the cold wind at Darjan. He was not even able to sleep well that night. The very next morning he was taken to the medical college of Darjan by Setan for his checkup. Now off to Nasir.
I would like to explain Mount Kailash. Mount Kailash is the sticking peak standing to the remote southwest corner in the Tibet of the Himalayas mountains. Its height is 6,638 meters. It is the highest part of Himalayas. Tibetan Buddhists trust that the Kailash is the home of the Buddhas, who symbolizes supreme harmony. Tibetan is the nearest place of Mount Kailash. Now off to Sanjana.
Now I would like to tell about the Tibet. Tibet is an important place in this lesson, Silk Road. Tibet is a part of Western China. Tibet is so high often that it is called the roof of the world. The capital of Tibet is Lhasa. The plateau of the Tibet is the main source of rivers of South, Southwest and East Asia. Now I off to Kajal Thakur.
Now here I am describing about the Kora.
The word Kora comes from Khor, which usually means circumulating and revolution. The Mount Kailash Kora is a spiritual ritual. It has a religious and cultural significance. It is a 52-kilometer route which encircles the Mount Kailash. It is usually performed clockwise, and it is believed that it is performed to purify the negative karmas. The writer has also completed his Kailash Kora now of Kirtan Sharma.
So I would like to explain the conclusion of the chapter. The chapter is about the journey of author from slopes of Rabu to the Mount Kailash to complete Kora. The author learns many things from the journey. The author learns that positive thinking can lead to a good outcomes in the life. The author journey teaches him the value of staying strong and believing in himself. Despite facing many problems and obstacles, the author remains determined and eventually meets a person who has the same interest in Kora. The author bonds with his new companion over their shared motivation for the journey. Thank you.